Following on from David's vlog on the top 5 Explorer yachts available to charter, I've got another video coming your way on some new Explorer yachts from a relatively new shipyard. Now if you haven't seen it already, David did a vlog back in January of 2019 of his trip to Numarine and his tour of the brand new 32 XP. Now if you haven't seen it already, it's a great video, so check it out. But I'm going to try and follow on from where he left off. A couple years on now, they're coming out with some new models. And seeing as they haven't been built yet, I'm going to use the 32 XP and their smallest model, the 26 XP, as a sort of jumping off point, as they were both very successful, especially the 32, which won a number of awards. So let's have a look at these quirky explorers. Let's rewind a moment back to 2016 and the launch of their very first Explorer models, the 26 and the 32 XP. Now this was quite a shift in direction from their sports cruisers and flybridge yachts that they were already known for. But their experience with composites to create high performance, economic and long range yachts was the perfect foundation to head down this route. And from what I hear, they've had far more interest and success with these two models than their previous models ever had. Firstly, these are extremely well equipped and spacious yachts considering their size. It's pretty amazing really. The 32 XP in particular has endless amounts of deck space with a very comfortable sun deck, but especially down on the upper deck where there's enough space for a 9-meter tender, a 4.5-meter crew tender and some toys, but there's also the lounge area forward, a shaded dining spot on the main deck, and then of course the beach club with the fold-out platform. The interior is extremely spacious as well, with 6 very comfortable cabins for up to 12 guests, one of which is a huge owner's suite that leads out onto the upper deck. There's also loads of social space as well, but that's not including a very well appointed kitchen and gym. It's all pretty astonishing for a 32 meter. The 26 XP on the other hand, at 8 meters smaller, has all of the same capabilities, just with the added benefit of only being 26 meters. I think her winning feature, at least in terms of living space, is her enormous flybridge, which spans over about 60% of the yacht. This allows for ample social spaces with a sheltered dining area and a wet bar, but there's also space for a 3.5 meter tender as well. On the inside, she's just as comfortable with some very nice open spaces like the lounge, the large galley, and yet another massive master suite. The 3 guest cabins on the lower deck are also very generously sized, for a total of 8 guests with a crew of 3. What I think is quite clever is that everything is done in-house. The glass, the cabinetry, the upholstery, everything, so that they can ensure the maximum quality control, as well as also allowing for maximum customization flexibility. But really, these yachts are all about comfort and performance. Firstly, the 26 XP can come in a semi-displacement or a displacement hull. The semi-displacement hull, which is fitted with 2 1,200 horsepower MAN engines, will reach an impressive top speed of over 28 knots and will cruise at 18, but only for 500 nautical miles. The displacement hull, however, is the real cruiser with a range of 3,000 nautical miles at 8 knots and a top speed of 13.5 knots flat out. The 32 XP, on the other hand, with an efficient hull and lightweight construction, has the potential range of 3,000 nautical miles at 12 knots of cruising speed and a top speed of 14 knots. But the sweet spot is actually at 9 knots, where she consumes a minute 50,000 litres of fuel per hour. This allows for an impressive range of 4,000 nautical miles. What's more impressive is the comfort that they've achieved in terms of noise and vibrations. Working alongside the Silent Line group, they've managed to achieve noise levels typical of a 50 meter within a 32 meter vessel. The same can be said for the 26 XP, with both surpassing even the DNV Comfort Class 1 levels, which is the most strict when it comes to this classification. Both yachts will also have the optional silent package, which keeps the necessary onboard systems running on lithium-ion batteries, which allows the owner to go to sleep and wake up without generators and can run between 8 to 10 hours. I'm not sure about the 26, but I know that the 32 XP also features a black water treatment system. Now, the soon-to-be entry-level model for the XP series will debut at the Cannes Yacht Festival this year, and they've already sold 3 vessels, which is pretty good going. The founder of the Istanbul-based shipyard says that she is among the most voluminous for a 70-footer out there on the market. On the lower deck, you'll have an optional 3 or 4 cabins, and on the main deck, yet another big open space for dining and lounging about. And then, of course, the huge flybridge, one of the many things that makes these yachts so unique. Similarly to the 22, the 37 XP is the sister ship to the 32 XP, just for those that want to step up. If you look at the layout, the extra length has clearly gone into making the spaces, well, more spacious. Certainly the cabins are, at least, as well as the lounge area, which looks massive. Her full displacement steel hull with composite superstructure will definitely mean incomparable value on the market. With her Cat 715 horsepower engines, she'll have a top speed of 14.5 knots, and at 8 knots will have a whopping range of 6,000 nautical miles. And of course, in keeping with Numarine DNA, Can Yalman is responsible for the exterior, while Umberto Tagliavini took care of the naval architecture. These are definitely very capable yachts, and I particularly like their focus on developing cost-effective yachts that still have the highest level of performance and comfort, let alone great use of space. Something that I didn't mention earlier that I think is quite interesting is that Numarine are so confident in their construction quality, in their hulls, their use of composites, and their skills with the vacuum infusion process, that they offer a 10-year structural warranty. Now, I've checked on that, and that's not usually the done thing, so you've got to admire their confidence in their work.